Hello everyone, this is Rahul Dikshit, your today's mentor, and I'm going to give this demo. I'm preparing this demo for you. So let me introduce myself. Myself, Rahul Kumar Dikshit. I'm teaching Java or programming languages from last 11 plus years. Uh, the programming languages I'm dealing with the programming languages that are C, C++, Java, Core Java, Spring Boot, Framework, Docker, and whatever they're going to embed right now, we are going to discuss with these topics. So today we are going to discuss about the object-oriented concept and the principle of these programming languages, one of the programming languages. So let me start these concepts. So what is object-oriented programming language? Because the Java is also following a object-oriented programming language. So first of all, I'm going to discuss one of them. So any programming languages, let we start now, just right straight away. Any programming language, or you can say when any programming language is said to be an object oriented, said to be an object oriented programming language. When so any programming language is said to be an object oriented programming language when it follows these properties. What are those? But the first one is encapsulation, and the second one is inheritance, and the third one is polymorphism, and the fourth one is abstraction, and the fifth one is everything should be in the form of classes classes and objects. So any programming language is said to be an object oriented programming language if it follows these properties. So first of all, we are going to discuss what are these in the general life scenario. What we are discussing about this, इनको क्या कहेंगे? What is this? So what is the first thing is encapsulation. So encapsulation is nothing but it is the thing is wrapping of data and method into a single object is encapsulation. In the layman language, you can this whatever the things are there. Let's say there is a bag, and then the bag is wrapped of the copy, the textbooks, as well as the notebooks are there in that. In the same manner, uh, but the bag is outside. It's like a one unit, same as anything. Let's say the car is there, and car is have a lots of function in that, as well as lots of data as well is there. Chair is there, steering is there, whatever is there. But that is encapsulated. Means in front of the car, it is only one unit. So that is nothing but encapsulation. The wrapping of data and method into a single unit. And the next thing is there. So what is inheritance? Inheritance in the layman level is acquiring all the properties, all the properties and behavior of its parent class is called encapsulation. Acquiring all the properties It's called, it's a parent-child relationship. You can say that as an example. You can say that it's a parent-child relationship. Everything is inherited. We will discuss further what is inheritance actually. Then we come to the topic. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism. An object is behaving differently in different situation. Let's say there is an example is there. Let's say there is a person at a time that may be a student. After some time, it behaves like a husband. After some time, it behaves like an employee, and so on. So, what that concept is? The concept is a person is an object. We are treated as an object, and this object is behaving differently in different situations. When it is a student, the behavior of the person is different. When it is a husband, the behavior of the husband is different. It is depending upon the situations. So, what is abstraction? Abstraction is nothing but the hiding of the hiding of the complexities, hiding of the complexities from the user is known as abstraction. So, what is abstraction? Hiding of the complexity from the user. Let's say there is a car. So, how the gears are there, how the internal function is happen, but that is not. We are not going to bother about that things. And then lastly, is this concept is everything should be in the form of the classes and objects. So today we are going to discuss about the polymorphism. One of the concept it is a polymorphism. So what is a polymorphism actually? So these are the definition actually. What is object oriented programming? Any language is said to be an object oriented if it follows the following properties: encapsulation, wrapping of the data and method into a single unit, achieving through the class. That's the most important thing is there. So encapsulation is achieved through the classes in Java. Polymorphism is achieved through overloading and overriding concept in the Java. Inheritance is achieved through inheritance property in the Java by using extends keyword. And the abstraction is hiding the complexity. We can achieve these through the interfaces and abstract classes in Java. So that is a further discussion on that. So now we are come to our topic, that is what is polymorphism. An object is behaving differently in different situation is called polymorphism. So this is the example what I discussed earlier. A person that same time can have different characteristics, like a man at the same time as a father, as a husband, as an employee. So that person possesses different behavior in different situations. This is called a polymorphism. So how the polymorphism is achieved in Java? So there are two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and another one is runtime polymorphism. Let's dive into the programming paradigm in the Java. How these things are implemented in Java. So now we are going to discuss that thing. So as the presentation, it is showing that the polymorphism is of two types. Number one, there is a compile time polymorphism. We can also say that this is a static binding or early binding. How it is achieved? It is achieved through the overloading concept, or you can say that the function overloading. So what is that overloading actually? So First of all, what we did say, what we did, we are discussing about the polymorphism, the polymorphism of two types, the compile time polymorphism or a static binding or early binding, we can say that. And the compile time polymorphism is achieved through the overloading. So how, what is the overloading? For overloading, the simple concept is there, a simple definition is there. What is that? A function having same name with different signatures. What that mean is, let me discuss first. A function having same name, let's say there is a function f, and in that the argument type is different, int x, int y. Let's say one function is accepting only uh, one variable, that is y. One function is accepting only one argument, let's say that's a string x, and the definition of each function is different. It's depending upon the developer or the who is going to implement these things. So this function f is returning the sum value, returns x plus y. This function returns the value as it is, return y plus 10. Let's suppose it is incrementing the value by 10, and this function is returning the concatenation. Let's say there is a name, that this thing is a name, and it's just concatenating Mr. or Mrs. and plus name. And the return type of this is integer, because it is returning integer type. The return type of this is string, and the return type of this is also an integer type. And if I'm calling the function, if I'm calling function here f, and I'm passing some value here, let's say 4 comma 5, then which function is invoked? It is going to match. It is going to match these arguments. Let's say two integer type value. Very good. So it is going to match. Is there any f function? Yes, there are three f functions are there. Is there any f function which is having a two argument? Yes, there is a one function which is accepting two arguments. Is the type of both the argument is integer type? Yes, this is a type of. So hence, what it returns? It returns x plus y, and we got the result as 9. If I'm calling this f as some value, let's say Rahul is there. So it is going again check, is there any f function? Yes, there is an f function. Is there any f function which is accepting a string value? Yes, there is a function which is accepting a string value. What we do returns? What this function returns us? Mrs. or Mrs. Rahul. It's a concatenation operation is performed. What that mean is this thing is written somewhere else, and the user is using these function, and it doesn't bother what is doing in the background. How many functions are there in the background? So it seems that the user does not know. It seems the user is thinking, oh wow, the same function is behaving differently. When we passing a two integer type value, it is accepting two values. When we passing a string value, it is accepting as well. But what if we are passing some another value f, we are calling f with a value of, let's say, any object type value. Let's say object or object. We are passing some object here. So this object is not matching with the signature of these one of these functions. Then it is saying that function f cannot be invoked or not perform any task for the given arguments. So this is the nature of the so how the compile time polymorphism is implemented in the same manner. So the next thing is this is nothing but an operator overloading, and I'm going to show you this thing through the example. So here in the ID, I am making one class that is compile time demo, and here we are implementing two sum methods are there. One sum method is accepting an integer type value, and one function is accepting a double and long tag value. So if we are passing and the first one is called and I am printing one message, the first method is invoked, and in the second method I am calling this second method is invoked, which is printing on the display so that we can differentiate the output. The first method, what we are calling, I'm calling the sum method and passing a double and integer value. So the parenthesis is matched to the second method sum and it is invoked. In the second line of in the 14th line of code, it is passing two integer values and it is matched here in the first method and it is invoked. And if you are passing some value which is not matching with the arguments, and then it is showing the error. So first of all, check the output. So I'm going to again run it. Please check it out. So in the first scenario, it is calling the second method and returning a double value because the return type of here is double. And this first method is invoked here. Check the output in the console. The first method is invoked. But if we are using the third method, what happens? It is giving a compile time error. So what it is saying? The method sum int in the type compile time demo is not applicable for the given argument. No such method is there in the background so that this can execute it. So there is a compile time error. So now the question is why it is set to be a compile time. It is said to be a compile time polymorphism because it is decided at compile time method is present or not there present. Method is matched to the given arguments or not. That is the point. So hence it is said to be a compile time and this type is how we are going to implement. We have showed in the example, and these examples we can forward it to you. Now the next thing is what is that? A runtime polymorphism. A runtime polymorphism is achieved through overloading. So what is overloading? A function, how it is implemented, a function having same name with same signature in the child class. What is that? So to achieve this concept, to show the phenomena of the runtime polymorphism, there is a three things we have to use. First, let's check the slide first. So there is a inheritance is there, method overriding is there, and parent class reference variable is there. We can go through this one by one. Let's suppose. So what is that? Inheritance is there. Inheritance is there. Number two, overriding is there. And the third one is parent class reference variable is there. Let's go through the example. So directly you can go to here. I'm going to create a class. It is showing me error, so I can make this comment. That's all. Now I'm creating a class A. New class A. The class name is A, and I finish it. And in that class, I am making one method public void show. And what it is printing is just the printing I am a show method. That's it. I am show of A. That's it. I'm creating another class, a new class. The class name is B. Class B is there. Finish. Let me discuss first. Then we can come here. So now tell me what I'm doing actually. I am creating a class A which is having only one method, that is public void show. And in that show, I'm just printing system.out.println I am show A. If I'm going to create the object of A, what happens? A1 is how the object is created. A1 is equal to new A. So this A is getting some memory in that A. There is a one show method is there. The name of this A1 is like that. And if I'm going to call that A1 dot show, what happens? It is just printing the I am show. But let us assume if we can do that like that. Class B extends A, and it is showing that it is not implementing any method is there. So I'm now again I'm going to do another thing is there. Now what I'm doing, I'm creating object of B. B1 is equal to new B. What happened? So when the object is created, because it is extend A, whatever the method defines inside the A, because of inheritance, is the become a member of this B class. So one show is there of A present in this object, and the name of this is B1. And if I am calling B1 dot show, what happens? Again, it is printing I am. Again, it is printing I am show of A. That's it, because this method is coming from the parent class. So what now? What is overriding actually? Whatever the definition coming from the parent class, I am overriding it by defining a same method void show void show void show, and it is just again it is writing system SOP I am show of B. So when the child class is overriding the parent class method, what happens? In this B class, there are two methods available. Show B, show of B. One method which is inherited from the parent class, one method which is a member of its own class, which is redefined by the child class. Then what happened actually? So those two show methods are present in the class. Which method is going to be invoked? So which object is there? I am creating the object of B, hence the I am show B is invoked here. So what is the result? The result is that whose object is there only that method is invoked. So let's check the example first. And this B is also implementing the same method of class A, like that, and it is just doing that. Now I'm creating one demo. So another class, the class name is Runtime Demo. Runtime Demo. We want main. That's it. Okay. So this is main. So tell me. And one thing more we will have to discuss. Because of the inheritance, one concept is again. A is the reference variable. We can assign a class object to it, and we can also assign a B class object to it, because A is the parent class or reference variable. So what we come to the conclusion, a parent class reference variable can hold the object of its own class object, its own class, or its child class. That is the scenario. So when we create an object of A is equal to new A, and we can also create A1 is equal to new B. That is the phenomena what we are discussing here. A class reference variable can hold a object of its own class or its child class, or its any number of depth is there of the inheritance. So now in this, if we are going to create the A1 is equal to new A, and I am calling A1 dot show. What is invoked here? I am show A, and if I am again assigning a new object to this new B, oh, B is not extending. So first of all, we are going to extend this thing. Extends A. If you are not extending it, the another class reference variable cannot be hold it and any object. So now it's fine. A1 is equal to new A, and it is calling A1 dot show, and I'm again calling A1 dot which object is there? Which object is here? The new B is there. So which object method is invoked? B class show method is invoked, and here same. Here A class method show is invoked. Now we are going to execute it and check it out. I am show A, I am show B. So how it is decided? It is decided because of the object. Which object is created? And what is overriding? There is a class A, it is a parent class of class B, and the B is containing a same method, same name method with same signature, but it can override the body, can change the definition. So this is the concept of overriding, and this is the object of runtime, concept of runtime polymorphism. So again, we come to that. So it is also runtime polymorphism is also say that it is a dynamic binding. You can say that it is a dynamic binding or late binding. So why it is called as a dynamic binding? Because in compile time polymorphism, everything is decided at compile time. Which method is going to be invoked by seeing the signature? Let's take the example here. If the signatures are met, okay, overriding can be done. But in runtime polymorphism, it is decided which method is going to be invoked by creating the object here, new A, at runtime. When object is created, when the code is going to be executed, is in execution. Hence, it is decided at runtime which method is going to be invoked here. It is depending on the which object is creating here. Hence, it is also called as runtime polymorphism. So this is all for today for this video. So hope you are get understand about this. If any doubt is there, please let me know and we can discuss it further. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.